Hello everybody, welcome again to my channel. This is where we do what we do when we do what we do. This morning we are going diving after this storm. So a few days ago we had a tropical wave, a very strong tropical wave that passed over us. It was supposed to develop, but somehow while the water condition was warm and would support development, it did not happen because we had some strong wind shear, which is the upper level wind in the atmosphere. It shave off the top of the cloud, so they couldn't get too far that vertex, and also the cloud could not consolidate around the low pressure system, so it did not get itself together. So this morning is the first morning out after the storm. We are having a northwest current that is moving in our direction now. That is not abnormal, but what is abnormal this morning is that it is very strong. It is so strong that even swimming across it almost impossible. Also, it's good because all those white stuff you see on the reef looking like snow, that's coral that was bleached from the unusual high water temperature. So with this current coming up, what it's doing also, it's bringing up cooler water from the depth over the coral reef. So I hope that this will revive some of the coral that have not yet damaged beyond repair. I hope that they will recover and that they will get their colorful look. If you can notice on those sea rods, you see them trembling as if they're shaking like it's an earthquake. That is the movement of the water, and because the water movement is passing through them, they give that reaction, because the current want to take them with it, but they are anchored firm on the reef, so they will not go with the current. These are some of the sea rods, and it's almost like as if they are in a 30 miles per hour wind, like when you have a palm tree listing in the wind in a hurricane or a tropical storm. That's what you see with these corals. It's very strong. Right here coming up we have Murray Hill that is on the bottom. This thing is about 4 feet long. I mean, I did not saw it at first until when I got over it, and that's the head coming out of one end of the coral and the tail is on the other side. It's a green Murray Hill. Actually, if you should take it out for water, it becomes blue because the green is from the yellow slime and it are mucus, and the blue is of the color skin. So yellow and blue give you green. So he's there. I think that this trap have some breakfast for him. So he's going hunting. All right. Now, if you notice, you can see that the water is heavily silted, and this is a problem we have in the area because due to coastal development and the white lime that is used to construct roads and to use as filling in the hotels and guest houses and the seashore, when it rains, you find that a lot of that goes in the ocean and it just settles as silt on the coral reef. So we have a lot of it here. A lot of this was due to the dredging of the Montego Bay Harbor about 3 years ago, and this silt just keep moving up and down the coast. So when there's a northwester, it goes up, and when the current is coming from the eastern direction, it comes down. It's going to take a while to recover from this, but hopefully, nature have a way of repairing herself. But I just, hope and trust that those who are in charge of these activity will find a different way, and have method of managing these problem from happening, and that even if it happened, they will have some form of damage control mechanism to put in place to, rehabilitate or to remove the silt from the area. Over where I'm at now, I am a little bit below a ridge of coral, so the current coming from the northwest would not affect anything over here. Over here now I can swim, I can go where I want to go, and it's about 100 feet deep over here. It's very quiet here. The current is not as strong, so if you look at the sea rods, they are not like bobbing in the current as the others. One of the things that you'll notice here though is that a lot of our coral reefs are dead, and this is a result of repeated record heat, and the water temperature, which would be normally about 80 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit, will somehow go up to the mid to high 90s. and when that happens, the ecosystem cannot take that stress, so it reacts. And the reaction there is that the coral dies, fish migrate, and there's an imbalance in the ecosystem. So I'm coming up now from that 110 feet. I'm coming because you can't stay too long down here. So I'm coming up now back to about 70 feet. So that's why you notice that ridge above me. This is a it's a black coral. They're very scarce. That piece also, that kind of coral species is protected by the Jamaican government, so it's illegal to hunt them. And that one is about at 85 feet depth because it's coming up from 110 feet. I found it along the wall. So I'm coming up. I can't do it too fast either because of the nitrogen level that is already in my blood. If I come up too fast, then the nitrogen bubble or the nitrogen gas will react as a bottle of soda when you shake it up and release it. And my blood will just become frothy like that, and that can lead to death or paralysis because if the blood is frothy, it can't circulate, which means there's no oxygen going to the brain. So after a while, you become dead. So I have to be careful. So I'm on top of the ridge now, and up here the current is very strong. So here I don't resist. I just go with the flow, and I'm going. This is closer to shore now that you're looking at, even though it seems as if it's going deeper. This is a sand bed or a shoal, so I'm going down over there. So I'm up at about 70 feet, and over there is about 85 feet. So I'm just going down there to look at a friend of mine trap that he have in that area, just to ensure that it's not broken, and so on. In this strong current, you can't do any work. Even if there's fish in there to be taken up, you can't take it up, because if you take it up, you can't set it. Because each time you drop it, it will pass the area and it may go even over on the hedge. Because on the north coast, it gets very deep quickly. And it's not just a slope, it's a drop off. So when you work the traps here, you have to be careful or else you will lose them. In this area also, when the conch is in season, we always find them here because it's we call it a bank. It comes off the deep and come on the shallow. Alright, so there you have a few doctorfish or blue tongue inside there and some grunt. I won't be able to stop to do much investigation here. All I want to see is that there are no damages done to the trap, and so far that is identified, there is no whole arm that is beaten out by sharks or anything like that. So I am just going to go and stay on this side of the reef for a little bit, because in a little while I'm just going to go up again and go on the other side that is exposed to the outer part of the reef and show you what the current is like. So inside here the current is weak, but now I switch to the other side, and there you go again. The current is at its merciless stage. I mean, at this stage I can't even swim in the direction to which the camera is pointing now, because it is a hopeless battle. I just can't. So what I have to do from here is to just lean to the side and allow the camera and allow the current to carry me in the direction in which the current is going. Alright, so we are on the reef, the side of the reef. So briefly I cut and make my way back to the calmer side of the reef, because continuing the video while moving, it's too much effort. So I put the camera away for a little bit, then when I get back on this side, I start video making the recording again. So while you're watching this video, don't forget to like and to subscribe and to share. Leave a comment in the comment section, hit the notification bell. The visibility this morning is it's about 80 to 95 feet, so I can see that far around me. So I'm over here on the 80-foot depth now, on the side of the where the current is much calmer, where it's not as sweeping as it was over on the other side. Over here, as I said before, when there's a conch season, this is where we come to find them. Here I have a lobster trap that I am going to check out and to see if there's anything in it. I stopped by this little piece of coral head though, even though the coral is not strong over here, just to show you how those small fish, or they stick to this side that I'm on, and shelter the current that is coming from the other side, even though it is not as strong over here as it is on the other side of that same piece of coral reef. So this is a piece of sponge coral. That's a damselfish, very territorial. It will chase everything away, even myself, 170 pounds. That fish will try to get me away from where I am. They doesn't like to be bothered, and they don't like to share space. These are some sponge corals, and that's a piece of bleached out sheet coral. Also, I have a very nosy guest who is about to visit me, because I think every time I come in this area, he doesn't run, because he realized now that I doesn't carry a spear gun, so I don't spear fish. Alright, see some of the corals still bobbing in the current, but not as strong as it is on the other side, over on this side, because over here the current would have to cross over the shallow part of the reef, and that will also slow the movement of the current down as it drag on the rugged bottom. That's a hind, or a butterfish, a species of the hinds. Alright, it's a group of species of the hind. Alright, so as the current move over the reef, it slows down. So that's why you have the breaker on the reef, because the foot of the wave will slow down, meanwhile the top is moving at the same speed, so the top will fall forward. So that's why you have the breaker on the reef. So here's my guess. It's a gray snapper. Always swim up to my camera like that, or swim up to me, because he realized and recognized me as not a threat, because I go in this area several times and I see him. We have grown so attached now that even if I go and see him in the trap, I will not take him to the surface. I find a way to get him out from down there and free him, because he is now my good bestie friend. So they have a purple and blue fish there. That's a juvenile one also, the intermediate stage. As soon as it get to an adult, it will lose that color completely. So that's a young fish. So this gray snapper normally is shy, normally would avoid individuals, but on this occasion he sees me as somebody who is a threat to him. We have a jackfish just swim across my lens, and a goldfish. That jackfish swimming over the goldfish. The goldfish feed on those little shrimp and so on that lives in the sand. So that jack is a opportunist. Whatever escape from the goldfish, he catch it. So it's easy hunting for him. Alright, so if you notice, this guy just keeps swimming in the lens. He's not running away, he's not going anywhere, because he realized that I'm not a threat to him. So he checked me out. Also, there's something else hiding in the sand down here that I'm trying to find. I saw him when I just came in this area, but because I was taken up in making this gray snapper a large part of my recording down there, I missed this little fellow, but I found him back. I don't know if you can see him. Tell me when you can see him. That's not the squirrel fish that you see there. There he is. He's right in the background of the squirrel fish. Alright, I'm going to come back around to him, and he is lying there, and he is not bothered, he doesn't let my presence interfere with him at all. He just sit there in the sand, looking like sand, working the camera back to him because of his camouflage attitude. When I was paying attention to the squirrel fish or the wrenchman, I lost him, but it's only a matter of time. Let me find him back and show him to you. He's well camouflaged. I think he's right here. Yeah, right there. Do you see those two eyes? All right. Type in the comment section what kind of fish that is and let me know. All right, there you go. Look at him. I saw him when I just came to the area, but I missed him. So as we go, my friends, subscribe to the channel, help us grow the channel. We do not do commercial, we do not do pay ads. All we ask of you to do is to support us by liking the channel, subscribing to the channel, and help us grow so content like this can go out to everybody, so they too can enjoy what we enjoy, because you don't have to go diving. I'll take the dive to you. Have a good one and enjoy the rest of your lovely day until we meet again. Bye bye. God bless.